It's September 21st, 2021. Uh-oh, lost track of the year. And there's a school bus up ahead. So I will slow down. This is for Yogi, Y-O-G-I, Yogi, hearts, loves. We love Yogi. And he came to live with us the first part of, or mid-February or so. Stayed with us through February, March, April, and a few weeks into May. His parents were a loving young couple. They raised him from possibly 3 to 6 months old. They were very good people. Their reasoning for putting him out for adoption was he had gotten bigger and their place was not big enough for him. So they were very heartbroken in having to give him up, and they placed him up. They had placed him on a site that we tend to go to look at, and since we already have a husky who has a lot of energy, and we know we'd like to have a playmate, and we went ahead with putting our information in. And when we met up with a very, very nice, sweet, loving couple, and we met Yogi, it was an automatic go. We said, yes, we'll take him. And they came to our house with, well, actually Yogi rode in my car here, and they followed my husband in his car. We just took lots of cars, and with our puppy Balto, and they stayed on for a couple of hours, and then they said goodbye to Yogi. And from there on out, I kept constant contact via text with both of them, and also was putting up a lot of videos of the interactions between Yogi and Balto. Now Balto is a bit smaller than Yogi, and he is older. Not by much, but Balto, I love Balto. Balto's totally non-aggressive and has no food aggressions, no toy aggressions. He's just a real lover. Yogi's a lover too, and he was would have been about 18 months old, year and a half old at the time that he came to stay with us. And he'd been on his own, but he'd been not on his own. All I can say is he possibly hadn't been around too many other dogs. But he was a lover. He loved upon us, but there, as time went on, there was the aggression, and it was all left in my hands, almost. I want to say 100%, 90% with my family. That, I mean, I was the one who was working with all this, and it just got to a point that it's just a natural instinct. It doesn't matter if it's a husky or another dog. It's a natural instinct that they're gonna fight for that food. And our Balto was not gonna fight for his food, and he just backed down. And there was other things, the attention. and certain things. So we did not get rid of, call the owners up and they came and picked Yogi up. We did not let him go because we didn't stop loving him. We had to let him go because we have our Balto, and he's now 6 years old, people years, and he's in our hearts. And we know now we made a big mistake, and that we shouldn't have done that. We should have thought first, because, or I should have put my foot down when my husband even approached me about, again, as he does, about bringing in a playmate for Balto. And unless they are raised together at the same time, in my opinion, there's going to be a lot of work, and you can do it. It's just that I'm older, and I was not able to keep up with all the different things that needed to be done. And Yogi is still definitely very much in my heart. Boy, I loved him from the moment I saw him. I loved him even more the first night he slept in bed with me. Yep, no problem. He just hopped right up on that bed. Balto didn't care. Balto stayed downstairs, slept with Daddy. And the lights were dark, and Yogi didn't mind being all snuggled next to me, and I had my arm around him, and he's just a lover. He had been given a lot of love. That's all he knows, is a lot of love. You could tell he had never been hit, and as of today, we don't know where he's at or who's the last to have adopted him. We do know that he did get adopted from his original parents to some people across the Narrows Bridge out in Port Orchard, and then from there we saw that he was back up on the adoption site again. So if anybody does watch my videos and it has to do with Yogi, he's a good baby, and today just happened to be a day that in the mail we got a birthday card for Yogi from Chewy. That's who we order our food from, and it was a birthday card to wish Yogi happy birthday. And we figured his birthday would be right about October 1st when he'd be turning 2. So that's right in line with it. Another coincidence is today going through my too many pictures, I found a very good, they're all very good, picture of Yogi sitting in our living room with his ears up. And he's so handsome. He's a handsome guy. And anyhow, if someone's trying to contact me regarding Yogi, I'll try to work it so that I can get the comments set up on YouTube. I'll try my best, and if you've got Yogi, give him lots of love. He's a sweet guy, and there's so many more things I could say. He was a good eater, and he just was a sweetheart, total sweetheart. The former owners had given us his kennel, and which we did use, we kept that set up, and he found that to be a place to go. We just left the door open to go where he felt secure. And then also for a while, we started at night, he'd stay in there so that Balto could have the run of the house, because Balto just already knows certain things. Thankfully, a lot of things that we didn't teach him because we adopted him right before he turned 3 years old. And those parents were really good to him too. They had never hit or beat on him or anything. He had nothing but love, and just full of love. One thing I still remember with Yogi, when he first came, after being in that kennel so much on and off, then after being with us, his back was getting straighter, he was losing weight even though he was eating a lot, and he was just getting more and more go out in our backyard to run, and he was getting good. I mean, real good. He's got those long, gorgeous legs. He was a doll. Anyway, that's my Yogi story, and try to make my videos shorter. Thank you if you did watch this. Have a great Tuesday. And it's the year 2021.